Yep everybody, Magpie Gaming here, bringing you another episode of PUBG News. Now for this episode I've just got a few topics to cover, and a couple of them kind of lead into each other. Those are the first topics that I'm going to talk about, and then there's one at the last which is some news on the new map. But first of all, earlier in the week PUBG passed 2 million concurrent users on Steam, a record which had been previously held by Dota 2, which had hit 1.2 million at some point. So PUBG way surpassed that. It just smashed it. Now this was something that I expected it to do. I've been waiting for it to do this for a while, and it's done it quite quickly. The next bit of news I have for you is that PUBG has now surpassed 16 million in sales. Now looking at Steam Spy, and I will put a link in the description below, you can see that the sales throughout this month have been fairly steady up to a point, and then there seemed to be a day where it just started to rise quite quickly. And over the course of 3 to 4 days they sold 3.2 million copies of this game. Now that is a massive amount of copies to shift all in one go in a very short space of time. Now there's no real reason for this. People have looked into it and they can't really see why this has happened. It could be that it had more coverage on the Steam store, it was loading up at the front so people saw it more. It could be simply that the amount of news stories that surrounding this game recently have meant that people have taken an interest and decided to buy the game. It could be that people have been trying Fortnite Battle Royale and decided they wanted something with a bit more simulation feel to it, so they've come to PUBG. But one of the downsides of these sales is that the servers have been struggling, especially over the last few weeks. Servers have been struggling to handle the sheer amount of people that have been playing this game. Been quite a few outages and a lot of connection issues for people, a lot of lag issues, but they do seem to get them sorted fairly quickly. I myself haven't experienced too many issues with the servers. I often get the ones where it says that it can't reconnect after a match and I've got to wait a little bit, but other than that it's not been too bad. But 16.2 million in sales, and it's only available on the PC, it's still in early access. It's unbelievable the way this game is going. I mean, it's just staggering. It wasn't too long ago that I was thinking, could it do like 13 million sales by the end of the year, and it has just spiked and jumped. And I would expect that going into the holiday period it will only gain more and more. We've yet to see what kind of sales it will have on the Xbox. We keep getting told that it's going to be out on the Xbox before the end of the year, but there's no concrete date yet. So of course once the Xbox has it, the sales will increase again. So the next bit of news I've got for you is that PC Gamer managed to get hands on with the new desert map. Now we've been waiting for more news about this map for quite a long time. We knew that it was in development, we knew that they had 2 maps in development and they decided to concentrate on the desert one, but we've heard little about it since, and that was around 2 months ago. Now PC Gamer have managed to get hands on with it. They wasn't testing it as a normal map, they wasn't fighting in it, they was just walking around it and having a look. Certain bits of the map were still missing. There's going to be a military zone that was missing. There was a couple of the towns that wasn't rendered in at the time because it wasn't optimized enough. But we did get some stills from this, and I've got to say that it's looking really exciting. And one thing that makes this map exciting is the fact that I'm so frigging bored of the current map. It's getting really stale now, and I think it's the same for a lot of players out there right now. We're just getting a little bit bored of just the one map over and over and over again. So anything new will be great to start with. Will this map be as good as the current one? I think it will be. I think it's going to push us into a different kind of play style. At the moment when you come to the end of a match, you know that if you're in the grass you can all grass snake it. In this one it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. There's not a lot of ground vegetation, so you're going to be having to pick where your battles happen, hiding behind things, stuff like that. So, and they've said that the map is quite populated with buildings and things to hide in and under and around. They've said you get the idea of deserts being very desolate, but this one isn't. And as you can see from the screenshots, it's looking quite good up to now. So, I mean, how finished this map is, I don't know. There's no date given for when we can expect this map. Some people have commented that it looks a little bit samey to the one that we've got. It's just got a desert feel to it, and well, I suppose that's the case. You know, the same people are making this map that made the original one. The same kind of assets and artifacts are going into it. There's just different colours and different flora and fauna. So yeah, it's going to look kind of the same, but I don't care. I really don't mind. I just want a new map. They also had chance to test the new vaulting mechanics. These was present on the desert map while they were playing it, and they've said that these feel quite fluid fluid, they feel quite good, and obviously, like I've said before, these vaulting mechanics are going to drastically change the kind of combat that we have within the game. No longer will you be able to hide behind walls and know that somebody's got to walk all the way around it to get to you. They're going to be able to jump over it. If you're in the houses, people are going to be able to come through windows. Likewise, you will be able to jump out of them to ambush people, so that's going to drastically change the combat mechanics within this game, and in my eyes will only make it better. But I think I echo the thoughts of a lot of people when I say we really want this new map. It has to come out soon. I get the feeling that they're going to hold this map back until the Xbox release, so that when it releases on the Xbox it comes with two maps instead of just the one. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that they'll just bring it out as soon as it is ready, and I'm hoping that that will be soon, but we'll just have to wait and see. And that is pretty much all the news I've got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.